The lights are flashing. Ready, racing from the inside, very tempting. Jazari the first to leave, and Broker had jumped away quite well. Now getting back in the field, Missile Launch after they'd settled down as One Short goes up now, progresses on, takes up the lead at the 1600. Settling down, One Short at high tail to the front and led by two. Harry Thomas, Broker third, fourth the rail, very tempting from One Org. A little wide going up onto that far corner. Then Jazari down on the rails. Next is the grey Ripperio. A length and a half away, Taxagano in the early part. Over on the inside, the veteran Bass Straight. Missile Launch stranded out there, three wide. Carberry sending him around the outside of those. And further back in the field, Elegant Blast, the tail ender, is no say in it. 10 lengths cover the field going down the riverside of the track by the 1,000 metres, and One Short's rider had tried to put the brakes on and throw out an anchor. Led the way, One Short, a length and a half in front of Harry Thomas. Very tempting. She's getting a sweet trip first up, down on the rail. No luck though for One Org at the 800. Broker's also getting a great run in the centre. Missile Launch, no favours out three deep, but he has got a bit of cover on the back of One Org. Ripperio strung up on the fence next of all at the 650 ahead of Jazari and Elegant Blast. Bass Straight, Taxagano's well back in the field, and towards the rear is no say in it. At the 500, nearing the corner, One Short again quickens off the bend, a length and a half. Harry Thomas over on the inside, very tempting. She's got up onto the heels of One Short coming into the corner. She's travelling into it well. Here comes Missile Launch though. He's still coming down the outside. Don't like Broker. Elegant Blast makes ground. Carberry now releases the brake, and the big fellow Missile Launch exploded at the 100. Elegant Blast is starting to run on. He has to draw the whip on Missile Launch. He'll hold Elegant Blast though. That's a mighty win by this very promising 4-year-old. Missile Launch beat Elegant Blast. Flying Jazari or close up Taxagano. Broker battled. One Org, no say in it. Bass Straight were next home. Very tempting was there for a while, and then One Short back in the field, Ripperio, and with it is Harry Thomas. Missile Launch has packed too much power to win the Cavalier handicap. Number 2, Elegant Blast, cutting the margin down, but he did all of the work. He was back early. He tramped three deep. He did get a bit of cover behind one of the roughies, but he still had to do it all and then sprint, and certainly has stamped himself this afternoon without any shadow of a doubt as one of the most promising restricted class horses in WA. 150.54, Missile Launch. He offers so much more to come when he returns, of course, as a 4-year-old, which is only just around the corner. A mighty victory. He responded to the vigour of Pat Carberry over the concluding stages, and to do it the hard way and still hold them off, it certainly, I think, underlines the great potential of this big, strong 4-year-old son of Smart Missile. He beat 7 Elegant Blast, and Jazari 11 ran third in the photo from 1 Taxagano. As we take you over now to Britt Taylor, and she's joining us here. Britt, that's a tremendous victory here by this very promising horse. We know that he's got so much potential, so much scope and upside, but I really thought that he delivered it here this afternoon, and it could be a signal of much, much bigger and better things to come.
Bigger and better. That's the right choice of words there, Darren. Paddy, what an excellent win. You know this horse has ability, but he just keeps stepping up and showing it every single time.
Yeah, very tough win. Obviously drew the outside gate, and he's 3 wide with cover. They started to sort of want to push out under him, sort of pointed the corner, and just sort of got him mobile, and it was just quite an even tempo. And you know, I believe this horse is going to be a really good stayer. He's a very tough horse, but I used his toughness to my advantage. I knew that even though he'd done a bit of work, and I used him up a little bit, I know what he's got there, and my only worry was having Lucy following me, but he's just too strong.
Given his size as well, that 3 wide line, was that a great place for you to be, in the sense that you were always going to be able to just get him out and give him room because he is so big?
Well, I guess it does help, but you don't want to be out there doing work, but at the same time, a horse like this, you don't really want to be bottled up, but especially when it's a muddling run race. But you know, he's going to be a good horse next preparation.
We're certainly looking forward to what he can continue to do. Congratulations, Paddy.
Thanks very much, Brett.
Not Paddy, it's Vaughan Sigley. Paddy, that was a gem of a ride, I thought, from Carberry, because he went back, he didn't panic, he got that 3-wide cover, and the big fella was always out of trouble, and then he pushed the button and away he went.
Yeah, look, you just don't know what runner you're going to get from out in that gate, and we just left it to Pat, and yeah, just very happy to see the big fella get the run. It was good, solid run. We just left it to Paddy and then the horse, obviously, so yeah, no, very happy with the result.
Yep. Were you expecting that today?
Oh, look, expectations, come, but they can also drop you right on your butt too. So, look, no, we're just happy the horse is doing everything right, and he's still learning, and we're learning with him at the same time. So, it was a good, hard run, that, and it probably showed that he may get over a little bit more ground at the same time. So, it's something that was a question mark there with us. We thought he would. So, we'll see whether we give him another run or not and step him up, or we put him in the paddock.
And when you head to that paddock, of course, hopefully, the plan would be bringing him back for the bigger races later in the year. Do you think he could get to a Railway or a Kingston Town?
Well, you always dream for those types of races. They're our big ones here. It's the big stage, and to have a runner in, that's just, you've got to be very good just to get in the race, let alone be able to win it. So, yeah, look, it's a dream of ours, and the horse is doing everything right at the moment. So, if he can improve a little bit more, as we think he may, we might be starter.
It's exciting. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
There we go. There's Vaughan Sigley, the winning trainer of Missile Launch. Elegant Blast second. Gee, she's flying that mare. Justin Warwick's done a wonderful job with her. And that was also a gem of a ride by Lucy Warwick. She made sure she followed Paddy Carberry everywhere she went, or he went, and Jasari back in third. Taxicano didn't have the best of luck. It was back and forth. 2, 7, 11 and 1. That kicks off the quaddie race. 6 is about 20 minutes away. We'll be back to have a look at these horses in the yard for that particular event.